Welcome, my friend, to Next Level Change Success. I'm Therese, a change strategist and practitioner with over 20 years of experience designing and delivering impactful change programs across various industries. In this podcast, I share real-world practical strategies to help you create and deliver positive change experiences, whether you're a leader, practitioner, or someone looking to bring new ways of working to life. In today's fast-paced world, change is constant. Here we focus on how you can put people at the centre of your change strategy, because people with a sense of purpose are the most important link in driving performance. So if you're ready to create meaningful change and achieve all the success that comes with it, keep listening. Together, let's change the conversation and take it to the next level. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Next Level Change Success. My name is Therese, and I'm the founder of myvirtualchangemanager.com. I'd like to acknowledge that I am recording on Tharawal country and pay my respects to the traditional owners and custodians on the land on which I am recording, and to elders both past, present and emerging. Today I want to talk about the concept of change using my analogy of a bridge. And really it comes down to your function in change and the role that you play. If you're a change manager, a change leader, if you're someone who's working in support services or a support corporate services area who's needing to influence change in the behaviours of another team in regards to a policy change, a process change, a system introduction, then it's important that you understand your role and what change is, because I know there is the dictionary definition around change management that it's very much about moving people from a current state to a future state way of working. There's a lot to that around minimising the productivity gap. And if you hang in there with me, let me take you through a powerful analogy that I use, because I think it kind of makes sense to people. So when you're introducing a change, you're a bridge builder. You're building the bridge through the interventions and activities that you have from your current state to over the productivity gap to the future state. You have the vision, or a leader has the vision, or a team has a vision through introducing a new system, process or policy, and that is the future state vision. But there is a gap. It's hard for people to get from where they are to where they need to go, because they're right at the edge and they're looking across a gap of productivity, of the unknown, of uncertainty, and they may or may not even see the other side. They may or may not even be able to get to the other side themselves. And in fact, they can't, because there's always a gap. Regardless of if someone's optimistic as well, there is always a gap. And that is the gap of not knowing what you don't know and going through those stages of learning where all of a sudden you understand what you don't know, then you become consciously competent, and then you become unconsciously competent. So you go from unconscious incompetence, which means I don't know what I don't know and I don't know how to do it, through to, oh, okay, so maybe I'm consciously incompetent. So now I get it. I get what you're trying to talk to me about, but I still don't really quite know how to do it. And then you become consciously competent, which means I have to think about it every time, but I'm starting to get there. And then you become unconsciously competent, which means, yeah, I get it. Now it's embedded. I get it. It's part of my day-to-day. So you think about those phases of learning, and they're a bit of what the person goes through. Obviously, when you're in that unconscious incompetence mode, you are really just freaking out. You're uncertain. Someone's come and talked to you about something they want to introduce. You're probably really annoyed because you're busy, as everyone is, never have the time. And then you're starting to understand, okay, I need to really lock in on this because it's coming. I need to deal with it. From a change management perspective, if you didn't have change, you'd be expecting people to walk across some pretty thin, like a rope bridge across to the other side. Terrifying, probably missing some of the steps. So people are just terrified the whole way. they get to the other side, but they are, or some probably don't even make it, but for those that get to the other side who are just exhausted because of the adrenaline pumping through them, because they really had to get to the other side, but extremely unhappy, unpleasant experience. Now, if you think about being a professional bridge builder where you understand change, you understand how you need to step people through and make that bridge across that chasm as robust as possible so that people trust it, they have faith in it. They might be nervous taking their first couple of steps on that bridge, but eventually as they start to walk on it, their confidence grows. They get to the other side and they say, well, it wasn't so bad. Totally different response, right? And every single step in that bridge that you're anchoring down, that you're making sure is secure, that it's not too far apart from the other one, that has good sequencing through on that bridge. Every single step is a change intervention. And what I mean by that, it's a change activity. It's a step of communication from leaders. It's a step of follow-up debrief. It's a step of feedback loop and mentioning to people who have raised issues, going back to them and letting them know what the outcome was. It's a step of training. It's a step of briefing maybe, because maybe you didn't need a training step. Maybe they just needed a briefing for the bridge to be secure. It might be a celebration step at the end. And it's important to note that halfway through that bridge, you will have a go live, or 3/4 of the way through, you'll have a go live. And then you'll still have further steps to ensure they can fully get to the other side. Sometimes in projects, the balustrade is there from one side to the other, the side, the handrails, but the steps get stopped 3 or 4 steps before the other side and people are meant to jump. And that is where you don't get everyone across to the other side or adopting the change. So consider that you're a bridge builder and think about, as you're anchoring down the edges of your bridge, the pylons to support your bridge, what does that look like around engagement, around collaboration, co-design, ensuring that your communication elements, which is all part of your building materials and the communication channels, are strong enough, ensuring that you're anchoring it down so it's not too terrifying for the people, and you will be able to absolutely successfully walk across that productivity gap. As you can hear, I'm a little bit under the weather today, but what came to mind was the need to talk to you about your role as a bridge builder, and consider that it's not just bridge building for the people who are going through the change. If you're working in a project environment, oftentimes you're a bridge builder between technology and business, or you're the bridge builder between different departments who haven't spoken before. You could be the bridge builder between different leaders and leadership teams at the beginning of the change. All of those elements are all part of bridge building, and that is one of the really core functions of change, and someone who, if you're influencing across the organisation, if you do it well, you will be a bridge builder. I hope you have a great day. I hope this kind of makes a bit of sense about what change is. Don't see it as just a framework or a task. Think about its importance of making sure the structures of that bridge and the steps in that bridge are suitable, that they're well paced out, so that you can get everyone across that bridge of change. Come to myvirtualchangemanager.com. We're about to go live with our Change in Projects course. We're about to open our doors for registration. So if you want to be the first to know when that happens, go to myvirtualchangemanager.com, sign up to our priority list. That is the way you'll be able to have the opportunity to secure a seat before it starts getting promoted more widely. And just remember that change matters, because you, your people, your purpose, your organisation, it all matters. Have a great day.